Welcome back to another episode of the CG Sitdown. I am Preston Minson.
I'm Ryder Nordstrom.
And we have our special guest today.
I'm Reann Buchanan.
And she is the softball coach here at Canton-Galva High School. So first question, what's like your background? Where are you from?
So I was born and raised in Marion. I went to college at KU for a year, changed majors, came back to WSU for teaching middle school, and then I got a job here teaching high school. And I started coaching at the same time.
Yeah, so to go back to kind of like, your background, but in softball, how long have you played the game of softball?
So I started playing in second grade. I skipped t-ball and went to coach pitch. And then once I turned 16, I started umpiring for the rec. So I was playing in the rec league and then umpiring for the younger kids.
Okay.
And then since then, I've basically been on the field every year,
That's
doing
cool.
something.
So this is pretty much your first, or last year was your first, official coaching job? Or did you have
2
one
years
before?
ago.
2
2
years
years ago.
Okay.
And I did coach
That's right.
8-year-olds, but I don't really count that. So.
Yeah.
It was
So-
a lot of getting hit.
So talk to us about like how last season ended and what your expectations are for this year.
So our first season, I'll start a couple of years back, was 8-10. So we had 10 losses. We thought we were going to go 50-50. We didn't. So then our next year's goal was to go 50-50. We ended up going 16-4 with overall with 16-5. So it was 16-6 at the end because we had our final loss in the second round of regionals. So this year, I think our goal with looking and kind of scouting the other teams is to be over that 50-50, hopefully more towards a perfect season, but can't really say that. But we're hoping to make it at least 2 state, maybe not win state, but we hope to get there.
Well, that's good to hear because that's baseball's
Yeah.
team's goal,
And
too.
I think we're really supportive of each other.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%. 100%. And
We want to see each other go far.
yeah, and I'm excited. Hopefully see you guys go far. It was cool that last year to watch you guys go from that short of 50-50 to really taking control of your season. So that was really cool. I believe we both lost out in the second round
Yeah.
of sub-state, right? Yeah,
I think
so
we took third or tied for third for
Yeah.
both teams.
so that was cool. That was cool to see. Both programs have been down a little bit in the past. To see some of them start to succeed was really cool, especially both of them at the same time. Even though we didn't have quite as good record. Ours
the
was
ending
a
that
little bit of a
counts.
struggle, but it was the ending. We came out, we beat the 3rd seed when we weren't supposed to in
Yeah.
sub-state, so that was fun, but ended up losing to the 2 seed. But talking about last year, how many girls do you have returning this year to play for you again?
We have around 10 coming back, and we have some new freshmen coming in and a couple more from Elyria.
One senior?
We have 2 seniors.
2 seniors.
Yes.
2 seniors.
Okay.
Yes.
And those are?
Brecken Pearson and Lily Espinoza.
Okay. So sounds like you have a lot of good experience coming back, which is always helpful especially when you have a good large number of freshmen coming in. So that'll help kind of shape up the future. So that's, hopefully your season this year will go really smooth. And
We're hoping so. We have some pretty big holes to fill, but
Right.
if we have our freshmen step up, we should be solid.
cool.
Who are the freshmen coming in?
Oh, man, we have a lot. So we have, I think, 2 coming in from Elyria. One of them is Izzy. We all know her pretty well. And then Emma G. She's coming up. And then from Canton, we have Jaden Orth, Paige Votes, Addie Alcala, Emerson Hoppus. Let's see who I'm missing a bunch. Carly Pennington. I think I probably missed a couple, but I don't know my freshmen as well because I don't teach them.
Yeah, you got quite a few then. I mean, looking how like the freshmen have helped out on the basketball court this year for the girls. I mean, if it translates to the softball field, it
Should be good.
should be very good.
You have a group with a lot of potential, and I hope that, you guys can take it and run with it and kind of make another splash. What is I guess our sub-states haven't came out yet, but.
Our sub-state, I actually learned something about it this year. So in our regular season, we play 1 and 2A. When we hit postseason, we only play 1A teams.
Oh, okay.
So we might be playing like Sedgwick. We might lose to them in our regular season, but once we roll over to postseason, we're only playing those smaller teams. And since we are a pretty solid small team, we can go pretty far.
That's good. That's good.
I didn't realize that. But so going on from like last year, what was like your favorite memory of last year?
Oh, man. We've had a couple. We've had some interesting games we've had to play with cuddling in the dugout in blankets because we're freezing.
Oh, there were some cold games last year.
Trying to just work together as a team and not fight is a big part. And I think we wrapped it up together pretty well. And we're more of a family towards the end. So I think
Awesome.
that's one of my favorite memories.
You said you were already kind of scouting kind of some opponent teams you got. So is there anybody that's going to look and be a good team this year that you guys could face?
You guys might know the coach for Little River is Brent. He is their basketball coach, the girls' basketball coach.
Okay.
So if those girls would listen to what he's got to say.
His first year, right?
Last
second?
year was his first year.
Okay,
so it's
so
his
second year.
So he was been trying to build his team. So I'm hoping for our sake it's not been built, but but in the opposite end, Elsaline had a really good freshman pitcher last year.
Okay.
Can't remember her name, but she was really good. She'll probably play college. She's switched to, I think, South Central.
Oh,
so
okay.
she's not even on the team anymore.
Wow.
So that was our biggest. They are the ones that went to state last year in our regionals, which it might be different, but
Right.
I know they're our big competition.
They have a lot of seniors last year?
I'm not sure how many seniors because their freshmen are coming on strong.
Good. Okay.
But since they're pitching, that's one of the biggest parts of the game.
Mhm.
Since their pitching's down, I think we have a good chance. That and Sedgwick, those are our two big games we're looking forward to
Okay.
this year.
And I know you guys hit the ball fairly well last year, so do you have any stats that really can show?
I know my seniors from last year, out of our top 5, we had 2 seniors, but out of the other 3, we have Julia Allen. She's from Elyria. She's coming back. I think her hitting was around 750.
Wow.
It was
Jeez.
pretty good. Cora Champ, she's one of our sophomores, and I think one of our only sophomores. We might have 2. She was actually our top dog when it came to hitting.
Really?
So she didn't
Cool.
hit as frequently, but when she did, she really made contact and
Awesome.
got on base.
And some of those people are like the most important
Yes, yes.
on your team when you need to fill in, because some teams
keep 'em on the base.
you give a fill in, and then it's you're not really expecting maybe to get a whole lot, but when you have somebody that you can fill in, you're like they're going to get us a
Yes,
hit here and get on
reliable.
base.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's huge.
I need on first base, and we can work with it.
Right,
So,
right.
Yep, we've got that, and I'm excited to see these girls come back and see what they've learned either over the summer or
Right.
just because the older you get, the more coordinated you get.
Yeah.
So that's exciting, and the confidence alone. Being a freshman is scary,
Mhm,
and
it is.
especially with the competition change. They're pitching faster, they're pitching harder.
Yes.
The girls are bigger, so coming in, you're a little freshman, you're kind of scared. You're going out
Yeah.
to play against these girls that have been playing for 3 years.
Yeah, right.
So
That's one of the things that sometimes get overlooked, and a lot of pressure can get put on freshmen.
yeah.
And there is a huge difference in the more you watch it and get into it that from a freshman and a senior. That's 3 years.
Yeah, it's just experience.
That's a lot of
Exactly.
difference. So yeah, it'll be cool to see all those younger girls come up and really kind of take over and
When I like that our older girls kind of take them under their wing.
Right.
Try to teach them the ways that because we work differently than some other teams.
Right.
So.
and that's really important, because you can have as many young girls as you want, but
Yeah.
if they're not getting taught the ways, then they're not going to take it over. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
All right, so if you could pick one walk-up song,
Oh my gosh.
what is it?
See, I never had walk-up songs. They always just played like random music. So,
Oh.
probably "Eye of the Tiger" just because it's a classic and
Eye of the Tiger.
it gets
nice.
everybody pumped. So.
I respect that.
Nice.
You got any more questions?
I don't think so. If you had to pick one
Yeah, what's
walk-up song,
yours?
what do you
Mine? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with the football classic, Joker and the Thief, man.
do?
We might have walk-ups this year if we get it organized.
It's fun to
It's
have.
a lot of work behind the scenes.
Right,
So.
but
But if we have people willing to figure it out, we're.
cool. Do you have managers coming in this year?
I do. I have my one manager, Danae. She keeps my book, so she's our official bookkeeper. And then I have Jasmine Pineda, so she's going to be
Cool.
helping run the dugout and
So
give everybody
maybe
what they need.
maybe she'll get to run a little phone with the walk-ups.
If we got a big enough speaker.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for coming on and talking a little bit about the softball season. I'm very excited to see how the girls are going to do this year, and hopefully you guys do make it to state. That'd be really cool. I can't remember.
Hope you guys do too.
Thank you. I can't remember the last time I'm sure it wasn't too long ago for a baseball team. I know there's a few good years of baseball, but I don't know softball.
Yeah, I need to look into the stats of that.
Yeah.
When I played them a couple years ago, I remember it not being so good.
Yeah, so that'd be really cool to see, and yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that red like button, or red subscribe button, I meant. I'll cut that out. See ya.